Hey everybody, CQ from Pop Culture Warrior and WTF Nation Radio. I am thrilled because today I am talking with two absolute legends in the world of smart, hilarious, and heartfelt storytelling. You know him, Tony Hale from Arrested Development and D'Arcy Carden from The Good Place and Barry. Both are brilliant, both are scene stealers, and now they're teaming up in a whole new way in the upcoming film Sketch. I'm so happy you get to witness my interview with these two incredibly funny and amazing human beings. Michael Carasquillo, everyone calls me CQ from Pop Culture Warrior and WTF Nation Radio. For you guys, it's just a military news media kind of organization.
Oh, cool. CQ.
Okay.
CQ. First of all, Tony, D'Arcy, thank you so much for taking the time. Very excited to talk about Sketch. Let's kick it off big. Sketch is the kind of project that proves indie films are where the wildest and most brilliant ideas live. It feels
CQ.
Yes.
We need to put that line out there.
I know.
Yeah.
It feels fresh and original, and yet somehow nostalgic at the same time.
Yes.
I agree.
So, what was your gut reaction when you first read the script for Sketch?
That, for me,
Yeah.
I came to this later than Tony. Tony's been with this project since the beginning, but I got to read the script fully written and the world sort of realized. And everything you're saying, I felt like it was fresh and it reminded me of movies from my youth, but something new and not that sort of like we're retreading old paths. I'm making up phrases.
It's a good phrase.
Yeah, thank you. It really rolls off the tongue.
It really does.
So yeah, I everything you're sort of shouting right now is how I was shouting in my head. I was really excited when I finished reading it because it felt like new, fresh, exciting, something that I would want to see.
Yeah, and I like the hints of what we've seen because I was a huge Goonies fan, and one of our goals going into this was just that shared family experience where the parents aren't going to like bashing their head against the wall, having to watch something over and over again. And just, we both come from a comedy background, so we wanted the jokes to work, we wanted the timing to work. Seth, the writer-director, also edited the movie, so he knew when to cut the timing and stuff. And to me, it all worked, and we're thankful for that.
Yeah.
And you both have that incredible comedic timing. I'm curious how much of what we see in Sketch was scripted versus how much kind of riffing and improvising there was.
I don't really remember doing a lot of riffing.
Yeah, you're talking to two people whose memory is not completely solid.
Maybe if we shot this last week, we'd still have a hard time. I remember it feeling like loose, but I feel like it was all in the script.
It was. Honestly, the fact that it was in the script gave us the kind of freedom and the safety to play with it.
Right.
Because sometimes it's not in the script and you're like, okay, we got to come up with bits, we got to help with this timing, but the foundation was always there, and so then we could find the comfort and all that kind of the rhythm of it, which was nice.
And it was nice working with someone nice. Nice is like a funny way of putting it. It was amazing working with Tony Hale, who I am such a gigantic fan of.
It comes from so much pain.
But it was getting we knew each other a little bit before we started shooting, and there's sort of a shared
admiration.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. But I was going to say like a shared comedic language that it just felt really easy. And Seth has that too, where we sort of were all speaking the same language. And
that's not always the case.
Right.
It was nice.
Some people are dumb.
Oh my God.
We're going to click. That's some clickbait right there.
No.
Was there
Carden says some people are dumb.
Was there a specific scene or a moment during filming that kind of surprised you or maybe hit you harder than you expected it would?
Yeah. Twofold. When I saw it, and I have been with this for 8 years, this movie, trying to get this made. Seeing the monsters come to life and watching other people see that never gets old. And then I think that last conversation I have with my son about telling him to not take it's not his responsibility to feel that, to take on the family's hurt. That always hits me hard. Always hits me.
It was we got to watch this in a gigantic theater full of people the other night for the premiere. And that scene, Oh my gosh, that scene kills me. But it was so thrilling to get to see the big monster moments, the quiet moments with the kids. I mean, it was such a great experience to get to watch this in a big theater full of people.
Yeah, there's a moment her and I have where she says, "Is that what I think it is?" when the pictures are not on the wall. And this is what I appreciate about independent film. Other times people would feel like they had to spell that out, what that meant.
Yeah.
But it could just sit in that space that I said, yeah, and you don't have to explain it because later it's explained,
Yeah, you're going to figure it out later.
Yeah,
there was
kind of leave that question a little bit.
I totally agree. Yeah, there wasn't like some 3 different studios saying like, we need an answer.
You need an answer right away.
Yeah.
Love it. And you two are both actors with wildly beloved TV personas, from Barry and Good Place to Arrested Development and Veep. How do you approach making these characters in sketch distinct from maybe the roles that fans already associate with you?
If I'm honest, it's challenging, because I get, when both of us have done shows that people have really locked into, and it's so, I feel so grateful. Getting kind of past that, that's why going back to independent film or something like this, it gives you the opportunity to branch out, to do something new, and then hopefully show a different side of what you can do.
Yeah.
But I so appreciate, Buster and Gary are just, Buster's practically a cartoon character, so it's so fun. But doing something like this kind of stretches the muscles a little bit.
Buster and Gary are 2 of the greatest characters in TV comedy history. Like without question. That's why I'm always like this. I know he's just a
Buster needs a hug.
I'm sitting next to a comedic legend, a living legend.
So much pain.
My favorite song.
Janet's no slouch either. I think Janet's up there.
Really good pleasure. Yeah, cool. Thank you. Yeah, I think what you said. I don't know. Yes. I think a big part of getting to play a character like we get to play in this movie is branching out and doing something, just a good script.
It's such a gift, like you doing Handmaid's Tale. It's so nice when people give you the opportunity to do something else that maybe you're seen typically for.
Right.
Absolutely. Last question for you guys. So this movie deals with artistic ambition and pressure and identity. What's maybe a creative sketch from your own lives, like a project or a moment that felt risky or weird, but so worth doing?
That we've already done?
Yeah.
I think, for me, what's funny is this actually has to do with, I think, something we talked about on set. Soon after shooting this, I went and did a Broadway show.
That's right.
And we were talking about your one-man show.
Right, that's right.
And that did feel like risky and scary.
Yeah.
And I just remember talking to you a lot about when you did your one-man show and how scary and rewarding and amazing it was. And it really inspired me to get back on stage. And it was scary. And I did have an eye twitch for 1 full month. And I was nervous how it was going to go. And it was one of the best things I've ever done.
Yeah.
So it taught me how important it is to remember to follow the fear with
and something that I remember talking about that, and something her co-star Bill Hader taught me, and he was saying in an interview once, of more befriending the fear.
Yeah.
Because I remember right before I went on stage, that little voice was like, tonight's the night you're going to have a panic attack, so get ready. And rather than being like, no, ignore it, just being like, hey, I hear you. I know you're trying to help me. Let's do this together.
Right.
And that was kind of life-changing for me.
I thought about that a lot.
Yeah.
Yes. I that was very hopeful for me too, is kind of accepting it and befriending it.
That's all. Stars, man, they're just like us.
Oh,
They
man.
are.
And even more broken.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Amber, you're incredibly creative. Here's the thing. Life is all about balancing the good and the bad. If you don't carry the good with you too, then it's just gonna make the bad stronger.
That's always kind of been her thing, right? Drawing?
All kids like to draw.
But has she always been so...
Iders.
Iders. She's working through some stuff.
Are we orphans?
No, you have a dad. I'm alive.
Then what are we? What do you call an orphan that still has a dad?
Come on.
You know, feelings aren't bad. When you get angry, sad, or scared, put it in here, where it can't hurt anyone.
Is everything okay?
I found this place in the woods. We dropped Amber's notebook in it. And now I'm worried that Amber's drawings might be...
What are you talking about?
I didn't want this. You're not an evil person just because you drew pictures.
I saw an eyeball with legs. When do you see that?
I know we're supposed to be scared of it, but it's kind of beautiful.
Amber was the only one doing what we're supposed to be doing. Not running from the pain, but feeling it.
Watch this. You guys ready? No, I don't want to do this. I have to go to the bathroom. You couldn't have gone before we put all this stuff on? I didn't have to go then. Now I have to go too. Oh my